He arrived at the crease, batted with a good frame of mind. Bangladesh already leading by 33 runs. Been a very good test match. Must mention the fact that first 2 days we've seen quite a lot of wickets fell. First session were washed out due to rain today. So far it's been very good cricket.
The right mindset by Najmul Hossain Shanto. He's very strong in the front foot driving. Full deliveries today, he has dealt it with ease through the onside, through the offside, and most importantly, he's leaning towards the ball on a pitch which has awkward bounce. Whenever the bowlers have gone full, has given the full treatment. I've always been a big admirer of Najmul Hossain Shanto, mainly because of his body language, his hunger to succeed. But in this little juncture in this game, you exactly need a player like Shanto. He has to bat positively, be mindful of the situation, and he has a right part in Mominul Haq at the other end. Because you need some sort of calmness from your other partner, and Najmul Hossain Shanto is a player. He's naturally aggressive, and he's at his best when he's batting positive. I think this is just writing on the wall to get a big score. Good start. 28 of 30 deliveries now to go and get a big one.
And with that sort of frame of mind, when a batter comes into the middle, bowlers tend to think a lot more. It's not just about attacking at that moment, they think of defense at the same time. The lead has now gone to 33, so every runs matter, as you mentioned, and batting in the fourth innings won't be easy for Zimbabwe. So yeah, with a positive frame of mind, Shanto making sure Bangladesh dressing room remains calm as well. Easily walked away on the onside. In between those deliveries, he's also making sure he's rotating the strike.
Yeah, this was nicely watched by Shanto. The ball did swing back in. Predominantly Nyuchi have been taking away from the left-hander. Probably would have expected to go away. Nicely played. Head over the ball, playing it late. More that Shanto stays in the middle. Will probably have the run rates between 3.5, 4 runs per over. And beating down on this pitch becomes better and better for batting. And the bounce also been a bit awkward, up and down sometimes. It's never going to be easy for the batting fourth side to chase it down, whatever score it may be.
So far, the surface played really well, Maha. You were in the middle. The pitch report in the first day and also had a closer look at it. How much does it change?
Good test pitch, got to be said. Yes, everything. Some turn if the spinner willing to put some reps onto the ball, batter willing to work hard, and bowlers hitting the right lane. Beautiful, lovely test pitch. End of the over. 108 feet for 2, and with that, players and the umpires take a little break for drinks.
নাই, লোডশেডিং চলছে।
লোডশেডিং এড়াতে এসির তাপমাত্রা 25 ডিগ্রিতে রাখুন।
স্বাধীন চিত্ত মুক্ত শতদল, মোরা বন্ধনহীন জন্ম স্বাধীন চিত্ত মুক্ত শতদল। মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উত্তাপ, মোরা ঝর্ণার মতো চঞ্চল, মোরা বিধাতার মতো নির্ভয়, মোরা প্রকৃতির মতো সচ্ছল। মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উত্তাপ, মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উত্তাপ, মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উত্তাপ।
হ্যালো,
আপনার ছেলে সুমন হাসপাতালে।
কি? তুমি টেনশন করো না, আমার ছেলেই আমার সব। ওর বাবা বিদেশে থাকলেও ছেলে স্বাদ আহ্লাদ চাওয়া পাওয়া কিছুরই কমতি রাখি নাই আমি।
মোটরসাইকেল কিন্তু সাবধানে চালাবে।
ঠিক আছে বাবা, তুমি টেনশন করো না। মা, আমার রেজাল্ট কার্ড।
পরে একসময় দেখবো। ওর দিকে ঠিক মতো খেয়াল না রাখার সুযোগে আমার ভালো ছেলেটাই মিশতে শুরু করলো বখাটে ছেলেদের সাথে, জড়িয়ে গেল কিশোর গ্যাংয়ে। আমার ছেলে যে এইসব কাজ করবে ভাবতেই পারিনি।
কিশোর অপরাধে জড়িয়ে আপনার সন্তানের পরিণতি যাতে এমন না হয় সেজন্য সচেতন থাকতে হবে সবাইকে। কোনটা ভালো আর কোনটা খারাপ সন্তানকে সেই শিক্ষা দিতে হবে পরিবার থেকেই, পাশাপাশি দায়িত্ব নিতে হবে সমাজকেও। কিশোর বয়সে সন্তান যেন আপনার লজ্জা না হয়ে গর্ব হয়। সবার হোক একটাই পণ, কিশোর অপরাধ করব দমন।
আপনি জানেন কি, নারায়ণগঞ্জ, রাজশাহী ও চট্টগ্রাম সিটি কর্পোরেশন, কুষ্টিয়া সদর ও ধামরাই উপজেলা এবং মানিকগঞ্জ পৌরসভায় ডিজিটাল পদ্ধতিতে ভূমি জরিপ শুরু হয়েছে। দক্ষিণ কোরিয়ার কারিগরি ও আর্থিক সহযোগিতায় বাংলাদেশে এই প্রথমবারের মতো বিমানের সাহায্যে এরিয়াল ফটো গ্রহণের মাধ্যমে ভূমি জরিপ করা হচ্ছে। আপনার জমির আইল বা সীমানা সঠিক রাখুন যাতে নির্ভুল ম্যাপ বা নকশা প্রস্তুত করা সম্ভব হয়। আপনার মালিকানাধীন জমির জরিপ সঠিকভাবে করার জন্য নির্ধারিত সময়ে জরিপ টিমের নিকট জমির মালিকানার সপক্ষে দলিল ও খতিয়ান সহ প্রয়োজনীয় কাগজপত্র উপস্থাপন করুন। এই জরিপের মাধ্যমে নির্ভুল ভূমি রেকর্ড প্রস্তুত করা সম্ভব হবে ও ভূমি বিরোধ হ্রাস পাবে। জরিপের কাজে স্বতঃস্ফূর্ত অংশগ্রহণ করে নিজ নিজ ভূমি।
What a break to start, but the way it will continue. It's very good in these 2 overs. Talk about hunting in pack. Exactly what Bangladesh did yesterday morning with Hassan Mahmood and Naid Rana bowling that brilliant opening spell. Picked up 3 wickets and they kept on picking up wickets with some brilliant bowling. The other way around, last evening, Ingarava and Muzerbani bowled in tandem pretty decently, and this morning of this afternoon when the play resumed after rain, they were excellent, both of them. But now it's Nucci, Sakadza and Madhavere to continue the good work. I've seen it before. The limit-off fielder wearing those big baggy t-shirts, the ball not bouncing in front, straight stuck to him, and possibly been hugged the ball and being caught. Shot. Hurrying down the line. Don't think with the outfield is quite heavy with all the heavy overnight rain. But certainly that stroke deserved a boundary. Just a couple of runs.
We spoke a lot about the seamers making an impact in this test match with the surface, allowing them to get a lot of purchase. But don't forget about the spinners. We have seen how Mehdi Hasan Miraj bowled during Bangladesh's innings. Picked up a 5-wicket haul. That was nicely played. Played that late, finds the gap and will get the boundary as well. He's one of the best players against the spin. Mominul Haq.
With that nexus pay boundary, brings up the 50 partnership between Mominul Haq and Najmul Hossain Shanto in just the 60 deliveries. Played it late. That was turn on offer. But what Mominul Haq did really well is that he played it late as possible. Rolled his wrist nice over the ball and got a boundary. Confirmation. Contribution of 16 by Mominul, 31 by Najmul. Important partnership for Bangladesh's sake. These two have to continue. So far they have been really good and elegant.
You mentioned about hunting in packs for the bowlers. What about the batters? During your playing days, Maha, where you used to chat a lot with your non-striker batter? Nicely swept again, this time a lot finer. And he will get another boundary. A couple of boundaries to end the over. A good one for Bangladesh, 129 for 2. Last over was productive for Bangladesh. A couple of boundaries, 11 runs the previous over from Madhaveri. Bangladesh going with a positive frame of mind ever since skipper Najmul Hossain Shanto walked into the crease. He complimented Mominul Haq as well. Took a lot of pressure from him. Now slowly but gradually Mominul Haq is opening up and also trying to play his strokes. What would be the message from the Bangladesh dressing room to the batters now at the moment as the lead is now 47?
I think since he's captain and the former captain, I don't think Phil Simmons will have to do much. Let the captain and the former captain who's experienced enough to do the get the job done, if I may say. But I'm just worried about Zimbabwe's bowling attack. All the good things that Ingarava and Uzubane did since the start of play. All what Niuchi Madhaveri had to do is just continue, keep things quiet, bowl to a field, keep the run rate down, has been a failure. Example, last over went for 11 runs. Whatever the good work done by the two big fast bowlers have been washed away. Partnership of 56 of 64, that's almost 5.5 runs per over. That's way too much in a pitch which offers so much for the bowlers.
Just to add to your point, you need to hold those opportunities as well that come your way. Mayavo dropped a couple of catches. That changed the momentum a bit, especially after dropping Mominul Haq. Then the drop catch of Najmul Hossain Shanto. That would really hurt the Zimbabwean lineup, especially the way they came up with the approach of picking up early wickets today.
The confirmation, 12th man Campbell on the field in place of Sean Williams. So far, 3 deliveries. Quite decent, just outside the yaw stump, back of the length. Shanto letting it go. The wicket keeper, that's much better by Niuchi. Ball is not doing much. That's when I'm doing well and they are in a good space. Gordon as a bowling unit, just keep things quiet. That would be the message from Irwin at the first slip. Rather than leaking easy runs away, the batsmen work hard for their runs. So far, I think Shanta has been gifted plenty of boundaries.
Watchfully left. We have seen the Bangladeshi batters tend to leave the ball a lot compared to the first innings. They're having a good defense. It's very important. It's also important knowing your off-stump arm. The art of leaving the deliveries is more important in Test match cricket.
Oh, King Coconut, my favourite, Maza. Give them few to the commentary box. I missed that. The tropical drink back in Sri Lanka, so famous. I love that, one of those. A maiden over by Niuchi, 129 for 2.
Now fellas, let's get around, let's get around, let's get around.
Been a very good start for Bangladesh in the third day of the first Test match between Bangladesh and Zimbabwe. They now lead by 47 runs with two of the most experienced batters in the middle for Bangladesh, making sure they stretch the lead further. Mominul Haq inching towards his another half century, scored a 50 in the first innings. Shanto also looking really good at the other end. Hint of turn and a bit of extra bounce surprised Mominul Haq, but he adjusted really well at the last moment.
Ooh, that was close. Car point fielder for a moment thought he's going to get a dolly. Jumped up a little bit, surprised Mominul Haq. Lucky enough that it was in the gap for a couple of runs. Was expensive in the last over, Wesley Madhaveri. Almost had the big wicket of Mominul Haq after the last delivery. Change of field, the silly mid-off fielder disappears and goes to a very awkward looking, a short third man if you may say, or a deep gully for a spinner. This is playing with the mind of Mominul Haq now.
Now that the captain put a fielder at that region, the bowler needs to make sure he bowls at the right area that he bowled in the first one before this delivery. Better, much better. We've seen a bit of turn in this innings, especially the way Madhaveri bowled even in his first over compared to the way Mehdi Hasan Miraj bowled on the other day.
Wellington Masakadza plays as the main spinner in this side. Craig Irwin using Wesley Madhaveri, the main reason being two left-handers in the middle. Masakadza himself picked up 3 wickets in the first innings. I like this move by Irwin being proactive, not bringing the left-arm spinner. I understand why Wesley Madhaveri has been bought. I just feel maybe it's time to get Masakadza also into the attack. Understand, probably thinking two left-handers, lung spill leaked, but sometimes batsmen will feel that, you know, they can up the ante, go after the left-arm spinner. That can be a downfall. Something to ponder about for the Zimbabwean skipper.
With Madhaveri also leaking runs, desperately searching for a wicket. Mominul on 45 now. Shot cut away. Only get a single. 3 singles and a couple in this over. 134 for 2. Shadman Islam once again missing out, but Mahmudul got the start before being dismissed by a rip smarter by Musa Rabbani, scoring 33. But since then, Mominul and Shanto making sure Bangladesh heading towards a good lead. Over 4,500 runs, 22 50s and 13 hundreds. The best of 181. The prolific run scorer for Bangladesh and the leading centurion for Bangladesh in Test match cricket.
Scored a half century in the first innings, Mominul. Couldn't kick on. He was caught at short mid-wicket of Wesley Masakadza. Wellington Masakadza. As a confirmation. Dropped on 0 and got a half century. Now he has got a good start and he'll be hoping that he can go and get a big one. A triple figure for Bangladesh's sake. 8 boundaries and strike rate better than the first innings.
Watchfully left. One of those very few Bangladeshi batters who focuses solely on Test match cricket. It's never easy for a batter. Throughout the year, we have seen how the players are busy playing white ball formats, and someone like Mominul Haq keeping his focus intact. Practices a lot in the Mashko Cricket Academy in Dhaka, the outskirts of Dhaka. Throughout the year, he works on his batting. You know why? Most successful batter for Bangladesh in this format.
I think when you have a player such as Mominul Haq, who's only been considered at the moment in red ball cricket, not much in international cricket white ball, and there's give plenty of time as an individual, as a professional, to work on their the weaker points in their off time, as well as go and play some county cricket if he gets an opportunity. Seen in the past, can take a big example of Mohammad Yusuf and Shivnarine Chandrapal in their playing days, when they were only considered in red ball cricket. What they used to do, go and play counter cricket, and they made a name for themselves. Another name comes to my mind, Ashwell Prince. There are tons of runs in counter cricket, and when international cricket comes in, they take a break from counter cricket and come and play. Something that Mominul Haq maybe, and I'm sure the demand will be there as soon as he gets available for the county circuit. With his experience, brilliant numbers in Test cricket, he has the right attributes to play county cricket in England with a seaming ball, having a lot of patience as a batter. There's something to think about in the future. A jack back into the left hand, a surprise Mominul Haq. More than the bat, I thought hit the body part, like the forearm or the elbow of Mominul.
That came back in sharply. You made a very good point, Maha. One more time. Hit him in the elbow. That came back in sharply. Yeah, just to add. Oh, that hit him in the glove. Oh, interesting. This will surely make Mominul Haq think a lot more. Nicely played. Waited for it till the last moment. A very good over. 134 for 2.
The pendulum has now swung ever so slightly to the Bangladeshi side. Second last ball of the previous over. Have another look at that one. Just checking back past the elbow on the gloves. Oh. Those calls once again. Madivere now into his fifth over. Been impressive. He's gone for a few runs. Look at that again, Tino.
A bit of extra bounce once again. Hits the glove. That falls safely. I like this little period that Bangladesh have had since we were on half an hour ago, because we spoke about them needing to realize that this stage of the innings is where they can really dig in, grind the Zimbabwean bowlers in, and look to start to accelerate slowly. Still lots of time in the test match. But they, as you say, slowly getting themselves into a very strong position.
With some diligent batting, and that has been the crucial factor. When Najmul Hossain Shanta came in, he was a little flamboyant in his attitudes, trying to take on the bowlers, and that is just softened it up, watered it down ever so slightly. He's waiting, as you can see his approach now. Rather go forward and put the dead bat to the ball. 134 for 2. But after the early morning rain, early evening rain last night, it has really brightened up now. There's a bit of breeze blowing. It's a lovely day for cricket here. We're having a good session, 21 overs in this session with 1 wicket and good runs on the board for Bangladesh, going at a lovely clip of 3.67. But there is some hope for the bowlers. There's still a bit of juice on the wicket for the pace bowlers. Make that carry you can notice goes nicely to the waist level of the keeper, despite the fact it's only 124 clicks.
I don't know if you've noticed this over the last 2 or 3 days that Victor Nyauchi is bowling. His first 2 or 3 overs in his spell are not as consistent. The ball doesn't have that little bit of zip and carry that it does when he's bowled 2 or 3 overs. So it's an indication that he takes a bit of time to warm up.
Wow, how close was that? Hands on head as he tried to slap that away backward of point. A diving effort. Could have been a blinder.
Ben Curran in the gully. Oh, it's far away from him. It would have been an outstanding catch to hold on to that with one hand.
Great effort. Lovely to the eye. Acrobatic effort from Curran that occasion, but it was flashed. I mean, flash hard. It pays off more often than not. And now he's just changing that little bit of an angle, allows Najmul Hossain to swivel round, and the throw could have been slightly better to put a little more pressure on the batters. Eventually it is a comfortable couple.
Just going back to the point I was making, so he really needs to work on making sure that as he comes in first over, first ball, he's into a good length, into a good line. And that just puts a bit of extra pressure on the batters early on. You can see Shanto at one stage was scoring at 100. He's now gone down to 69, 70. And if you can imagine the amount of pressure that's been put on now, or the bowling that we've seen from Nyauchi in particular had been at the beginning of his innings, and it would have made
work a lot tougher for him to get going.
Oh, that's a beauty. Had him prodding at that one, just evaded that outside edge. What a lovely delivery. And that begs the question, if he's not warming up for 2 or 3 overs, as we have another look at that, Tino, would it be just before he goes, they start the innings, that warm-up process outside the ground? Would you need to do a little bit more of that before he actually starts to bowl?
Well, he doesn't take the new ball very often. We saw him do it yesterday. It's just a case maybe of having a conversation with his captain, Craig Irvin. Listen, Skip, maybe just give me a couple of overs to warm up when you know that you want me to come in. You've seen in recent years now, some bowlers make sure they have a good 3 or 4 bowl-throughs, proper bowl-throughs before they bowl that first ball. It's because they realize the importance of making sure they're ready for ball 1.
Yeah, that would be the trick, but he's been so consistent. He's really getting that ball, despite the fact he's not the tallest of the Zim bowlers, gets it to get that extra bit of bounce from back of a length. And just passed. Nothing on ultra, but that was a committed stroke. He didn't really leave it. He was beaten for pace. He was beaten for the line of that ball. Momin ul Haq has grinded his work through to 47 of 83. Pace has increased for the bowler. Oh, now pace has increased and it has paid off. He is pumped up, and why not? He's worked hard, and the very, very important wicket of Mominul is in his bag.
Well, it was coming, wasn't it, Shamim? He really has bowled a couple of beautiful deliveries in this over. This one just takes the outside edge. Catch taken by Mayao behind the stumps. And that little bit of extra firepower. Bit of extra accuracy in the last little moment from Victor Nyauchi claims the important wicket of Momin ul Haq for 47. 138 for 3.
.138 now for the loss of 3 wickets. Bangladesh, the lead, 56 runs. In effect, 56 for 3. 65 runs partnership, the last one between Momin ul Haq and the skipper, Najmul Hussain, brings in the veteran, Mushfiqur Rahim. He's been a little out of sorts, but he's in the middle because of this Jaffa of a delivery, super delivery.
Yeah, I don't think you can bowl a better delivery to the left-hander as a right-arm bowler around the wicket. Just angled and straightened and gone quickly off the surface. Look at that. Off the shoulder of the bat from Nyauchi. Perfect seamers delivery.
Absolutely. Just back of length. It wasn't too short. But the steep climb for a shorter statured batter wasn't enough. It just tried to fend it off. Possibly the shoulder, probably a bit of glove, and this time round, Mayavo does not make a mistake. New partnership with a new partner, Najmul Hasan Shanto, now the right-handed Mushfiqur Rahim. Alongside him, got Wesley Madavere. I've seen Tino, what he is capable of doing, but he's been a touch out of sort in terms of getting runs, Mushfiqur Rahim, in the recent past.
Lovely Wesley, good pace. Lovely Wesley, good pressure. Go Wesley, go Wesley.